Step out of the vehicle. Slowly. Keep your hands where I can
what's
see it under a dealership inventory record. You said you bought it
Yes,
yesterday.
I did. I have all the paperwork, the bill of sale, temporary registration, everything. It's in my purse
Don't
right
raise
here.
any quo. Exit the vehicle immediately.
Officer, this must be in that safe.
You are being placed under arrest, Inspector.
The dash camera recorded every second of what followed. Jasmine Caldwell sat behind the wheel of her brand new BMW, still dressed in the tailored suit she'd worn to a client meeting. Officer Derek Foster was preparing to treat her like a criminal because the temporary registration on her 2-day-old vehicle had triggered a flag in his patrol system. What Derek didn't know was that Jasmine was a senior management consultant who had just finalized a $3 million contract for her firm. She'd paid $72,000 in cash for the car. She had the bill of sale, temporary registration, dealership contact information, everything. And within half an hour, this traffic stop would cost Derek his badge and the city of Phoenix nearly $700,000. If you've ever been accused of stealing something that was rightfully yours, leave a comment and subscribe, because what unfolds next is unbelievable. Jasmine Caldwell was 36 years old and had spent 13 years in corporate consulting. Raised in West Phoenix by Jamaican immigrant parents, she grew up with discipline and ambition. Her father repaired cars for a living. Her mother taught elementary school. They instilled in her that success came from relentless effort and self-belief. She excelled at Phoenix Union High School and graduated with honors. By 22, she earned her business degree from Arizona State University and joined a small consulting firm as a market analyst. She had a rare ability to recognize patterns others overlooked. Strategy came naturally to her. She worked relentless 80-hour weeks, late nights, weekends, holidays, climbing from analyst to senior consultant and eventually entering the partner track. For over a decade, she drove a worn Honda Civic with more than 200,000 miles on it. She never cared about appearances. It was reliable and got her to meetings. But after 13 years of watching it deteriorate, she decided she'd earned something better. For 8 years, she saved nearly 40% of every paycheck. She built her savings to $80,000. She wanted a vehicle that symbolized what her dedication had achieved. She'd researched BMWs for months before finding the perfect one in Scottsdale, a metallic blue BMW 5 Series with leather interior and every premium option. Price tag, $72,000. She walked into the dealership after a morning client meeting, still dressed in business attire. The sales staff eyed her skeptically. One redirected her to pre-owned vehicles. Another asked about financing. The third finally listened when she said she would pay in full. She test drove the car and instantly loved it. Smooth handling. Powerful engine. Pure refinement. I'll take it. Today. Right now. Cash. Despite her insistence, they still ran her credit. It returned flawless, an 800 score. The funds were transferred. Paperwork took hours. In Arizona, permanent license plates are mailed by the Motor Vehicle Division within 7 to 10 business days. Until then, buyers receive temporary registration valid for 45 days. It's standard and completely legal. Jasmine drove off the lot at 6 p.m. Tuesday evening elated. Her first luxury vehicle, earned through years of sacrifice. She parked at her apartment, celebrated with a quiet glass of wine, and felt proud. Wednesday was packed with meetings. She delivered a major healthcare presentation and secured a 2-year, $2 million contract. Thursday morning, she met with a tech startup and left confident another deal was imminent. At 10:15 a.m., 3 miles from her downtown office, flashing lights appeared in her mirror. Her stomach tightened. She had committed no violation. She pulled into a gas station lot, placed the car in park, rolled down her window, and rested both hands visibly on the steering wheel. Officer Derek Foster approached. 28 years old. 5 years on the force. Confident, self-assured, convinced he trusted his instincts. He'd run her plate. The system showed dealership registration, not yet updated to her name. It flagged possible theft. He saw a black woman in a luxury BMW still tied to a dealership. His mind filled in the rest. He didn't consider temporary registration. Didn't call the dealership. Didn't question the alert. "Ma'am, step out of the vehicle." Fear replaced her composure. "What's going on?" "This car is registered to a dealership. I bought it yesterday. The paperwork is in my purse. Do not reach. Exit now. You're under arrest." She blinked in disbelief. "I paid cash. The documents are right here." Out of the vehicle. Her corporate training told her to remain calm. Comply. Resolve later. She stepped out slowly. Derek immediately twisted her arm behind her back. The metal cuff snapped closed. "This is my car," she said steadily. "Please just look at the paperwork. You can explain at the station." A voice interrupted from the pumps. "Hey, what's going on?" An older white man approached. "Sir, stay back." "What did she do?" "This vehicle is reported stolen." "Did you even check her registration?" "She's being detained." "That's not how this works," the man replied calmly. "Verify before you arrest." More bystanders began recording. Derek retrieved her purse, pulled out the bill of sale, VIN matched, price listed, paid in full. Temporary registration valid for 43 more days. Dealer's business card congratulating her. Her professional card identifying her as senior management consultant. The proof was undeniable. Yet she stood in handcuffs. "This needs verification," Derek insisted. "It's all right there," Jasmine replied. "You have no legal basis," the witness said. "You're violating her rights." Derek called for backup. 2 additional units arrived. Sergeant Michael Torres reviewed the documents carefully. "Derek, this is valid temporary registration. I need confirmation. Remove the cuffs." "That's an order." Reluctantly, Derek unlocked them. "Ma'am, you're free to go," Sergeant Torres said. "You've committed no offense." "I apologize." Jasmine met Derek's eyes. "I want your badge number. I'm filing a complaint." This was routine. "No," she said calmly. "This was racial profiling. You saw me and assumed." She returned to her vehicle shaking. The witness, Robert Chin, a local real estate attorney, sent her the video footage. That afternoon she contacted civil rights attorney Patricia Williams. Within 48 hours, a formal complaint was filed. The videos went viral nationwide. Internal Affairs launched an investigation. Derek's record revealed 342 stops in 5 years, 73% involving Black or Hispanic drivers. 19 complaints, 14 alleging profiling. The investigation findings were public: unlawful stop, improper arrest, failure to verify documentation, evidence of implicit bias. Recommendation: termination. 23 days after the arrest, Derek Foster was fired. Jasmine filed a federal civil rights lawsuit citing 4th and 14th Amendment violations, false imprisonment, emotional distress, and failure to train. The city settled for $890,000. But Jasmine demanded reform. The settlement required mandatory training on lawful stops and temporary registration, implicit bias education, an early warning monitoring system, public reporting of stop data, and new dashboard alerts clarifying temporary tag status. She also negotiated to speak at the police academy. For a year, she addressed new recruits about the human cost of assumptions. 3 years later, traffic stops of Black drivers in Phoenix decreased by 34%. Searches dropped 41%. Profiling complaints declined 52%. Jasmine established a scholarship fund for business students of color. 20 students have received full tuition support. Derek relocated to Nevada and now works private security. No department would rehire him. He never apologized. Sergeant Torres became a training supervisor. Robert Chin advocates for bystander accountability. Jasmine continues her consulting career. She still drives the BMW. She remembers the humiliation, but also the impact. Her case became national training material. Because success does not shield you from prejudice. Derek assumed. Jasmine demanded accountability. 1 arrest. 1 lawsuit. Systemic reform. Derek believed he could recognize a criminal by appearance. He was wrong. Jasmine drives that BMW proudly, proof of years of effort and the settlement that affirmed her right to belong. If this story made you rethink assumptions and bias, subscribe for more stories of accountability and resilience. Have you ever been treated as if you didn't belong somewhere you absolutely did? Share your experience. See you in the next story.